What if I told you that in Philadelphia, even a down year can still look like history in the making? That's the reality when expectations are this high, when the fan base is this demanding, and when the standard is championship football. And today, all eyes are on the Philadelphia Eagles and one of the most talked about players in the league, Saquon Barkley. Now, let's set the scene. Last season, the Eagles' offense was electric. Explosive. Ruthless. Defenses knew exactly what was coming and still couldn't stop it. Saquon Barkley looked like a man possessed, ripping through defensive fronts, breaking tackles, and flirting with 200 rushing yards almost every single week. It was must-see football. It was dominance. And it raised expectations to nearly impossible levels. Fast forward to this season, and things haven't looked quite the same. The offense hasn't been as smooth. The rhythm hasn't always been there. And by Barkley's elite standards, the numbers look modest. Heading into the Week 16 showdown against Washington, Barkley sits at 940 rushing yards on 240 carries. That's about 67 yards per game, a sharp contrast to the 125 yards per game pace he posted last year. But here's where the story gets interesting. Because football isn't played on spreadsheets. It's played in moments, in adjustments, and in how teams respond when things don't go perfectly. Running backs don't just accidentally repeat historic seasons. There's a reason no one in league history has casually stacked 2,000-yard caliber years on top of each other. Everything has to go right: elite offensive line play, consistent health, favorable game scripts, and an offense that forces defenses to stay honest. This season, the Eagles have dealt with injuries, shifting roles, and defenses selling out to stop the run. It hasn't been perfect. Not even close. And yet, Barkley is surging. Over the last 3 games, he's averaging more than 85 rushing yards per contest. Over the last 2 games, that jumps to 100. That's not decline, that's late-season momentum. That's a running back finding his legs when the weather gets cold and the games start to matter more. And if you know Philadelphia football, you know exactly why that matters. This franchise has always been built on toughness. From the days of muddy fields and smash-mouth football to modern spread offenses, the Eagles' DNA has never changed. Win up front. Control the clock. Break the opponent's will. The run game isn't just a tactic here, it's tradition. The numbers back that up. The Eagles have recorded 22 total 1,000-yard rushing seasons in franchise history. Legends fill that list. LeSean McCoy leads the way with 4. Wilbert Montgomery, Duce Staley, and Ricky Watters each have 3. Brian Westbrook and Steve Van Buren added 2 apiece. And then there are single-season standouts like Miles Sanders, DeAndre Swift, Herschel Walker, and Ernest Jackson. Barkley is now just 60 yards away from joining an elite group. Players with multiple 1,000-yard rushing seasons in Eagles history. If he gets there, he becomes only the 6th Eagle to do it. And if he does it in back-to-back years? That's something we haven't seen since LeSean McCoy did it in 2013 and 2014. Think about that for a moment. Different era. Different coaching staff. Different offensive philosophy. Same city. Same pressure. Same relentless expectations. And Barkley's impact goes far beyond raw yardage. His presence alone reshapes how defenses line up. Linebackers hesitate. Safeties creep closer to the box. Defensive coordinators are forced to choose, load up against the run, or risk getting burned through the air. That balance is gold in today's NFL, especially late in the season. One longtime NFC executive put it bluntly this week: you don't need Saquon at 125 yards a game in December. You need him at 90, tough yards that break a defense's spirit. And that's exactly what we're starting to see. Add in the environment: Lincoln Financial Field rocking, fans chanting, "Fly Eagles fly," rivals watching nervously, and suddenly this down year starts to look a lot more dangerous. Philadelphia fans still remember 2017. They remember how that team didn't always look perfect, but peaked at the right time. They remember how belief can snowball into something special. So what does this mean going forward? If Barkley crosses the 1,000-yard mark, it's not just another stat. It's proof of resilience. Proof that even when the offense isn't firing on all cylinders, the Eagles can still impose their will. And as the playoff picture tightens, that kind of identity can carry a team a very long way. Because championships aren't won when everything is easy. They're won when stars adjust, when teams adapt, and when adversity sharpens focus instead of breaking confidence. So keep your eyes on Saquon Barkley. Keep your eyes on this Eagles offense. And keep your eyes on Philadelphia as the season enters its most critical stretch. If you're riding with the Eagles, stay locked in, get ready for the next game, and let us know, is this team peaking at the perfect time? Fly, Eagles, fly.